Hello guys, welcome to the Chiltern Farmland Bird Survey for this winter. Simon has asked me to do a quick video just to show you the recording system and online tools that we developed last winter to try and make life a bit easier. So the methodology is pretty straightforward. You'll need two things when you're in the field. You'll need the recording sheet and the map. The map has got, which Simon will send through, will have your farm marked on it and each of the fields will be numbered. To get the recording sheet, Simon would have emailed across an Excel spreadsheet. You'll see the first tab is called Field Template. So all you need to do is print out a few copies of that. You need a few copies because when you're in the field, here's one from last winter, record the usual details at the top. But what you'll see is as you walk around field by field, you need to, on the left-hand side, tally up by field the birds of conservation concern. Amber or red list species or any that are in the appendices or schedules. So record the field number, record the species using BTO code, and then tally them up. On the right hand side, these are the birds of non-conservation concern. For these, you just tally up across the total trip that you do. So you don't need to do field by field counts for birds like goldfinch and chaffinch and blue tit, just the total numbers you saw during the trip. So as you go through, you'll record them up and you'll end up with a few pages worth, depending on the species. So for this farm, which was a medium-sized to large farm, took me 3 pages to capture everything. Now these farms are also doing supplementary feeding. So the methodology is they stop at the feeder for 10 to 20, ideally 20 minutes to record what's coming into the feeder. As you can see with this farm, not very much. Right, once you've got that, this is where the magic spreadsheet comes in. So tab 2 is for the results. So here you can see you've put the details in at the top, but then for each field by field, you've manually gone through and typed in field 15, field fair 1, 15 greenfinch 4, middle, and etc, 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 as you run through all the things that you see: moorhen, redwing, buzzard, mallard, dunnock, away we go. And then the field by field counts. Now on the right hand side, this is the total for your non-birds of conservation concern. So you just need to put a single number in for the totals that you saw. So 51 blue tits across this whole farm. And as you would expect, because the left-hand side is field by field, just keep going, just keep adding in until you've recorded everything. Okay, that's your data entry. Then the magic happens. On the third tab, as you can see down there, is a summary. Click on the summary, and this is the data that you need to send back to Simon, and it's already calculated in the format that's required. So you can see it breaks the species down by red, amber, the Schedule 1 and EU Annex 1 species, and then your non-conservation concern. And it puts a number of breaks and splits in the top. So your total number of species, your total number of birds, and then break them down by conservation concern categories. Those are the data splits that are required for the summary work that was done. Now, everything on this spreadsheet happens automatically. It's based on a whole series of lookups and counts from the raw data. So please don't change or edit anything on this sheet. Also, don't change or edit anything on the raw results layout. Just type in your data. If you start messing around with columns or the formatting, then it will mess up all the lookups. So just copy the data into rows, columns B, C, and D, and for the non-conservation concern into this column, and it'll automatically feed everything through into the results. There is a fourth tab, which is the full species list. Clearly, to make it easy, I haven't listed every species out, so you don't need to navigate through how many black-winged stilt or black-throated divers you didn't see on your Chiltern walk. But in case you get lucky and you want to refer to what categories any birds are in, the appendix will tell you. If you're not sure, I know for some of you guys, this might be your first major survey, or you've not done as much surveying, you might want to print out a copy of sheet 3, so you've got that in the field, so you know which are the conservation and non-conservation concern species. But the field template has got the non-BOCCs all listed out, so you're quite safe to assume if it's not on there, it's a BOCC. Clearly, and the summary page, it's also got all the BTO codes in there, in case you need them, and in case you can't remember, for example, what cattle egret is, as Simon and I couldn't the other day. EC. So that is the magic spreadsheet. To make life easy, what you need to submit to Simon for each of your farms is the summary sheet and the raw results. So we've got the field by field counts. What I did last year and what I'd recommend is just set up in Google Sheets exactly the same. So you can just copy and paste the values, not the format because you don't want those, but copy and paste the values into a sheet, and then you can share this spreadsheet with Simon. I find Google Sheets considerably easier than SharePoint in Microsoft for sharing. So just copy them into Google, share this with Simon, and then set up a single column for each of the different farms for the results, and also for a individual sheet spreadsheet for the results. So use that Microsoft Excel spreadsheet to work everything out, and then just copy and paste the field by field results and the summary into a Google Sheet, which you can then share with Simon, and he'll have everything he needs. All right, hope that helps. Good luck. Cheers, guys. Bye.